I came to you guys today to talk about Irving Penn. Why Irving Penn? Why Irving Penn? So I took a class with the Houston Center for Photography. The instructor was Deborah. I might be mispronouncing it, Feingold, but she's fire. Older lady, but of course she's done it all. A lot of great portraits, just a lot of work. I've seen her take portraits of Madonna, BB King, Obama, just everybody. Like she shot a lot of celebrities, high profile people, a lot of artists in every realm from painters to sculptors to whomever. So while taking this class, she said, these are 5 photographers that I want you guys to mimic. Why mimic? Because that helps you get better at what you're doing as a photographer. It helps you to improve. And this automatically resonated with me because it was one of the photographers that I had to do a research on or that I had to mimic. So let's see if I can flip through. It's a lot of different things. He did like yeah, definitely don't want to catch that. But he did a lot of portraits, a lot of nudes, still life, advertising, travel, high fashion, and did I forget to mention portraits? Why is that important? If you notice right now, like notice how I'm sitting in this V flat. So why is this important? If you're noticing, if you're looking at this video to my left, you have all of this stuff and it takes your eye away from me compared to seeing me with just this in the background. And how would that look? Let's see. Let's zoom in. So now if you have me, what do you see? You just white background. It's easy to focus on me as a person, as a subject. There's nothing to take your eye away from me. You're just focusing on me. So Irving Penn was born June 1917. He passed away in October of 2009. He was 92 years old when he passed away. He worked for Vogue and he shot several high-profile clients. At the time, a lot of movie stars. I think I saw some with like Robert De Niro, but just a lot of high-profile people at the time. So why would you want to mimic Irving Penn? One huge thing to me would be simplicity. He used a lot of solid backdrops, curtains. At the time would look to me like a V-flat. He also used a carpet, which he would seat his subjects on. And all of this was great because it would highlight the subject. So before you would see all of these different things around me, or even if you're taking photographs now, you look at everything that's around the subject compared to right now, there's really nothing else there's really no other place that your eye can go except for, to me, the subject. Why? Because there's nothing else around me. It's almost using this negative space around me to bring it back into me, the subject. So that actually brings it to my second most important thing, which would be the power of negative space. So you have the face, you have the eyes, you have the person, the body, and all of this is surrounded by this simple background, which, as I was saying before, in a normal photograph or in most photographs, you have something in the background, even if you're using bokeh or bokeh. It blurs it out, but sometimes if your subject isn't highlighted well enough, your eyes still tend to drift. And the way that I kind of learn, or the way in which I'm learning photography, is that whenever you look at a photo, your eyes want to be drawn to the subject first. And from there, from the subject, your eyes want to look over the photo and ultimately come back to the subject. And so the power of this negative space is that your eyes immediately go to the subject, and then the negative space ultimately just pushes you. It's ultimately just pushing you back to the subject throughout the whole photo. So isolation, that's a huge important thing. So another thing that I learned about Irving Penn or that I noticed was that he used not only a Rolleiflex, but he used Leica, and he also used Nikon or Nikon. I don't know how you potato, but not limiting yourself to gear. You know, that's one major thing that, you know, a lot of times, I myself included, we get caught up in gear. And it's not really about gear, it's about learning all of the things outside of the gear that can help you use the gear to manipulate your photography. The third thing that's important to me about Irving Penn is the master of lighting. It was said that he mainly used one lighting source, a lot of times natural light, or he used one single light or a strobe or whatever, or a constant light, whatever he had at the time, I'm not sure. But he used one source of light to highlight his subjects. So when you go and you look at all of his photos, just imagine that that's one light. So whenever people say like you have to have 2 lights and 3 lights and 4 and all these multiple light setups, that's great, but it's also realistic that you can achieve great portraits or great photos with one lighting source. If we didn't have any lighting and all we had was the sun, you see a lot of great natural light photographers still having great photos. So once again, the things that stick out to me about Irving Penn are going to be 1, simplicity, 2, the power of negative space, and 3, master lighting. And I think that if you follow those tips and you review his photos and tend to try to replicate or mimic his photos, you can definitely begin to learn a lot about yourself and about your photography journey that can help you improve. So if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, do all those great things. This is actually a great journey for me. I'm getting more comfortable with talking in front of the camera and things like that. And I'm ultimately just hoping that this can help you guys out in any way, form, or fashion. And that's about it. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace.